In this lesson, you'll learn how to use camera capabilities in Android. The Android framework includes support for various cameras and camera features available on devices, allowing you to capture and display pictures and videos in your applications. This page on the developer's website in the API guides provides a good overview of camera capabilities. And we're going to use an API demo to learn how to access camera capabilities. In line 122 in our worksheet, we find a camera preview demo in the graphics group. Before starting it in the emulator, I'm going to show you how to include a camera capability in your emulator. In Eclipse, click on your AVD Manager button here. Select the emulator you want to use. Click Edit. Then click on the Back Camera drop-down list. And if you have a webcam you can use, you can select that, as I have, webcam. Or you can click on Emulate it if you don't have a camera attached to your computer. And then click OK. So I have my emulator running. I'll go to the graphics group and click on Camera Preview. You see it's pulling up my Logitech webcam controller. I'm just going to minimize that. And you see a shot of my computer. Now, when I run this on my phone, the image fills the entire screen. On the emulator, I'm getting a gap here at the top and at the bottom. No harm done. Not sure why it's happening. Let's not worry about it. So now let's open the demo in Eclipse. In the graphics folder, we'll open Camera Preview. So let's go through it. Line 46 declares our main activity, Camera Preview. Line 47 declares a preview variable, mPreview. Preview is a class defined below in this app. It's a wrapper around a camera and a surface view that renders a centered preview of the camera to the surface. And we'll look at this in detail later in the lesson. 48 declares a camera variable, mCamera, and this class gives us access to the methods needed to interact with the camera. Lines 49 through 53 declare some variables we'll be using below. Lines 55 through 79 define the onCreate method in which we'll be doing some initializing. 60 and 61, they're telling the system not to include a title in the display window and to use the full screen mode, hiding all of the screen decorations such as a status bar. 65 creates a camera preview object. 66 places the camera preview in our screen display. 69 retrieves the number of cameras on the device. Lines 72 through 77 retrieve the ID of the default back-facing camera. Lines 81 through 89 define the onResume method. 86 opens the camera. 87 sets the camera currently locked to the default camera ID. Line 88 invokes the setCamera method of the preview class below that we'll look at in a moment. Lines 91 through 102 define the onPause method where we release the camera because it's a shared resource. We don't want to tie it up and prevent other apps from using it when our app isn't running. Lines 104 through 151 handle menus for the app. This kind of code is addressed in the menus lesson in this course, so we won't go through this code line by line. Lines 161 through 311, it's a large section of code we'll be going through, define the preview view group class and methods that we used above. It's a wrapper around a camera and a surface view that renders a centered preview of the camera to the surface. And most of the preview class code relates to user interface topics, so we won't go through it all line by line, but I will point out aspects pertinent to the use of the camera. Line 162 defines a tag for log messages. 164 through 168 define some variables we'll be using. Lines 170 through 181 define the constructor method used when a new preview object is created. Lines 173 and 174 define a surface view, and this is a dedicated drawing surface embedded inside of a view hierarchy. Lines 178 through 180 define a surface holder, which is used to get notifications when the underlying surface is created and destroyed. Lines 183 through 189 define the setCamera method that retrieves supported preview sizes. 191 through 203 define the switch camera method used to change use from one camera to another on the device. Lines 205 through 217 define the on-measure method that measures the view and its content to determine the width and height. 219 through 245 define the on-layout method that's called from layout when the view should assign a size and position to each of its children. 235 through 243 center the surface view within the parent view. Lines 247 through 257 define the surface created method, and it's called immediately after the surface is first created. 250 through 252 set the surface for a live preview. 259 through 264 stops the preview when the surface is going to be released. 267 through 298 calculates an optimal size for the preview. See, it returns the optimal size here. And 300 through 309 is our key method. It sets up the camera parameters and starts the preview. That's our lesson on camera, and I'm sure that you noticed in this lesson we dealt with a lot of details. And this is a very useful code pattern for dealing with elements necessary to build a camera capability into your app.